Hi, this is Sally Draper with my first ministry resource video for 2017. And being a brand new year, I've spent some of my holiday break looking for ways to start off the year right with different planning resources and things of that nature. And one thing I did over the Christmas break was read a book by Hal Elroy called The Miracle Morning. Now, I came across it on some planning blogs and things like that. Turns out, Pastor Rob Gunther, one of our Wells Tech Hall of Famers, had written to Martin and I about this book back in early 2015. The premise of the book is all about setting up a morning routine, and the payoff could be quite great. I'm going to give you a little bit of a Wells Tech spin on it and the reason why I think it might be a good ministry resource, a good book to read and incorporate into your day. So again, the main idea of the book is to add an extra hour to your day. Wake up 1 hour earlier, whatever your normal clock setting is, set it an hour earlier, and take that hour and divide that hour into 6 10-minute segments and use each of those individual 10-minute segments for different types of personal growth and productivity. And it's going to have a lot of impact on you personally. It's also going to have a lot of impact on your spiritual life, your physical well-being, your mental capacity, and just different areas that you can focus on in these 10-minute segments. You could even use your cell phone timer or an interval training app or whatever it may be to time your 10-minute segments. And here's where we put the Wells Tech spin on it, thanks to Pastor Gunther for some of his ideas. The author, Hal Elroy, uses an acronym, SAVERS, as in lifesavers. These are lifesavers for his. These don't exactly follow directly the 6 segments that he recommends, but they're very close, and they have a little more emphasis on your spiritual life and that kind of thing. So we would recommend perhaps 10 minutes of devotion and Bible study. Maybe you're doing a reading plan, or have some favorite devotions you like to read, like the Wells Daily Devotion. Then dedicating 10 minutes to prayer. You could even keep a prayer list, a written list that you use. You can use prayer books. There's lots of ways you could incorporate prayer for those 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes of stretching and exercise. You could do just, something like sit-ups and push-ups and jumping jacks, get the blood flowing, get your oxygen pulsating through the body, that kind of thing. Or you could do perhaps even a longer time, combine your exercise of walking on a treadmill with some of these other aspects of your extra hour dedicated to yourself. 10 minutes of journaling. The author puts a lot of emphasis on the fact that writing things down and working through ideas and things in a journal format can have a lot of benefit. And we've talked about this on Wells Tech in the past, that journaling can be a very useful tool in lots of ways. You could excuse me, you can write about the Bible readings that you did, some ideas that you're having, your goals for the day or for the week or month, that kind of thing. Kind of the sky's the limit what you want to journal about, but just that reflective time to put your thoughts down in words can be very valuable. Then a section for planning. Perhaps you're looking at your daily schedule and things you need to prepare for in the coming days and weeks. You can incorporate here a reiteration of goals that you've written out for yourself, and he calls it affirmation of what your vision is, what direction you're headed, and why you're doing what you're doing, and what you hope to achieve in the process. And I think the author probably puts a lot of emphasis on me, and definitely, you are taking time for yourself to do this, but obviously with your life dedicated to serving God and all that you do, this vision is going to have him in that number one spot. So I think a very positive thing to spend some time on planning and goals and vision, and to remind yourself daily so that those things are constantly in front of you. And then finally, 10 minutes for additional reading. Perhaps you want to learn something new, or there's a particular essay or resource that you want to read, and having an extra 10 minutes in your day to do that reading could be a very positive thing. One thing I want to emphasize here is your mileage may vary. YMMV. That means that you can make this hour whatever you want it to be, whatever areas you want to focus on. Customize it to your needs. Like I said, I kind of wanted my exercise period to be 20 or 30 minutes of the hour. And so I included some of my additional reading, some of my devotion and Bible study, those kind of things in the hour. And again, you can be very disciplined about it. You know, set a timer, do 10-minute segments, have some structure to your extra hour in the morning, or you can maybe just make all these things happen in the hour. I think it's up to each individual person to make this extra hour work for you. But it's definitely a time to energize yourself, you know, get ready for the day, accomplish things that you don't have time for during the rest of your day normally. And so make it work for you. And I think that's very much in keeping, even though I said this is Wells Tech style, the author says many times in the book, some days maybe you don't have the full 60 minutes to dedicate, then dedicate a minute to each of these things or whatever you have available. But having that discipline and seeing things, seeing yourself achieve these things is going to add a lot to your capacity to serve God in your day-to-day dealings. Just imagine that one extra hour a day turns into 365 hours per year. That's 15 extra days per year that you're adding to your own personal growth. And if you focus on the individual 10-minute segments, that turns into 60 hours per year, or 2.5 days per year, where you're in God's Word, 2.5 days of praying, 60 hours of exercising and journaling, and 10 minutes per day turns into 2.5 days per year of planning and reading. I said, whoa, those are big numbers. And numbers that I just couldn't find a way to achieve in my normal day-to-day busyness that our lives are. And so I'm very excited by this. The author puts a lot into emphasizing that you need to get up when the alarm goes off, don't hit snooze, make it a habit. After a month or so of doing it, you'll be able to see the benefits, and you'll also be motivated to get up each morning and start your morning this way. You can learn more about it over at miraclemorning.com, or tmmbook.com will take you directly to this page where you can get some of his resources for free. And it's kind of a little crash course on what the book says, so you don't even have to buy the book. And then finally, special thanks to Slides Carnival. They gave me this great slide template to use over on Google Slides. So take control of your morning, spend an hour investing in yourself to make your day and your service in God's kingdom all the better. Blessings.